try to help you guys get from where you are to where you want to be. I'm not going to do this, but hypothetically, if I wanted to be like the Tide Bros guy that was naked, everyone would talk about it for a while. Like, hey, remember that Tide Bros guy that was naked? Yeah, he's in jail now, but I remember him. Right? So you think about it, though. You say, well, if that happened, I'll remember it, right? So what if I took a business plan and I made it memorable? How many people here feel like that sales is really hard for you? That's like not your thing. Anybody here feel like sales is not your thing? Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's okay. Anybody here awesome at sales? You love sales? Just call me and I'll book your face. I'll book your face. Just close the deal. I'll get your credit card. Hey. All right. So who feels good about sales? Some of you guys just are here, I guess. Well, at some point you put them on a list, right? And you just dial and smile. You call them all till they cry, buy, or die. But I don't think Oprah wakes up and says, holy crap, Evan Tipton, I want to pay him. Wow. Clay Clark, I feel like I owe him money. I love that. You know, think about the people you want to reach. Because isn't it about who you know to get where you want to go? Isn't it ultimately? Think about the people you want to know and just decide to cold call them till they cry, buy, or die. Okay? How many of you people, when I cold call you, don't answer if you don't know the number? Come on. I get past that hurdle, but this is a hurdle, right? So, phone's vibrating. My wife's like, do you need to get that? No, I don't know who this is. My phone's ringing, right? Look at it. Third time. What happens the third time the phone rings? It stopped. It's third time the same number. What do you guys do eventually? What the hell? Hello? That's your shot right there. So in my office, you have to call the rule of thirds. You call people 3 times and hang up 3 times until you get them on the phone. Now, the bride who hates you, I don't care because I wouldn't book her anyway. Don't call me again. Well, I wasn't going to call you again because you wouldn't answer the phone. It's fine. We're in the same spot. Right? Does that make sense now? Dial and smile. Just, other thing is when you call them, have something to say. Don't be like, well, you know, I was calling you about Oprah, about some of there's some, suppose you and me, maybe, you know, you can't do that. You got to have like a discernible thought, right? I mean, you want, right? That makes sense? Hey, have a plan, okay? And then the thing is, third thing is make sure when you cold call people, know that they don't give a crap about you or me. What they care about is what problem that you can solve for them. So when Sarah Blakely called, she said, hey, I've got a product that can revolutionize the way you sell stuff. It can make Neiman Marcus millions. Okay, you see what I'm saying? But if you're like, I've got a product that can make me millions, if you'll talk about me, awesome for me, because I made this list of goals, and I can achieve them if you call me. No one's going to call you, right? Okay, so think about it. Think about the cold call. This book is awesome. So I'm like, Broseph, let's talk about your, you know, he's meeting people at his office, and his office is a cat, and the cat pees. So you go there and you're fish and cat pee. Perfect. How many of you met somebody at their home business and it smelled like cat pee or some kind of smell that wasn't good? Anybody done that? You ever met somebody, you know what I mean? You ever met somebody who decided not to buy as soon as you met them just because of something weird? So the customer service, let's think about it. And those of you who work for somebody else and you want to go up the corporate ladder, just make sure that you project the job you want, not the job you have. Whoa! Right? The job you want, not the job you have. Quick Trip. Quick Trip does it. Who here loves Quick Trip? Who here moved from a city where there was no Quick Trip before? You moved from a city. Isn't it a quality of life issue? Like, I don't want to go to Oklahoma City, and if I do, I'm like, honey, let's bring extra gas. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to stop. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to Shell. I might get shot or get disease in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying, though? You go in, you want to get some gas, and the guy's on his phone, and he's like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? He's like working on his own home tattoo kit or something while he's weird. Right? So, Quick Trip, though, isn't it different, though, than other places? Southwest Airlines, shouldn't we do what they do? UPS does a merit-based pay system. Shouldn't we? And so, I want to be humble, but I also don't want to be like homeless. There's that balance. Right? I mean, I don't want to be humble, but not homeless. So here's the deal. Like, if a bride says to me, are you a good DJ? I'm like, yeah, I'm the best ever. Like, by far, by a lot. You know, here, in fact, are my 14 trophies. Evans came to my office. Here's my wall of trophies. Look at me. You know what I mean? Because I feel I'm good, but I also back it up and I keep track. You know? But the thing is, no one's going to know unless you share your story. Guerrilla Marketing 2.0. I'm going to give you 2 examples of press releases that will freak you out. Here we go. Example number 1. The Beatles land in the United States. Right? Anybody see the video of this? I know you don't remember, but you saw the video footage, right? There's Paul, there's Ringo, there's women screaming, right? The plane lands. Beatlemania, right? You see that? Was anybody there when they landed? No. Your publicist said, hombres, or whatever he said. So, guys, there's nobody here. I need you to take back off. Okay, we'll go hop back in the plane. So they take off, right? They fly back to where they kind of circle around. He goes to a local high school, says, hold these signs and scream. We'll pay you like $1,000 for you girls to scream and yell. And so they got the whole high school, talked to a local, organized all these kids to hold a sign that said Paul and Ringo and all this stuff. And people screamed, and then they took pictures of it. And they said, Beatlemania lands in the United States. And they sent that to the media, and then it grew, and it grew, and it grew, and then bam! You see what I'm saying? PR. It creates this like hype, this energy, this aura, right? And I'm not saying you have to like fabricate your own Beatlemania, but what I am saying is that you do want to create your own momentum and make sure that if you do something that the media talks about a little bit, because you're going to build your resume. He's one of those preventative DO doctors, where you're supposed to eat right and go to Whole Foods all the time and go to CrossFit and never eat aspartame. You know what I'm talking about? My wife's into this stuff. The birds, free-range birds. Who here eats free-range eggs? Like that matters to you? My wife cares about this. Now I eat them too. You know what I'm saying? Organic stuff where they pet the chickens before they kill them. Good chicken. Like Evan knows, I used to have double hoop earrings, and I used to hang around like quasi-rapper guys. But if you're thinking about success all the time, you find yourself in the office of like the founder of Quick Trip, which I've done, or the founder of Hobby Lobby, or George Foreman, or you start, because you think about it all the time, right? So you start taking actions. And once you start to take actions all the time, you start to what? Form habits, right? And once you form habits, then people start to form a reputation. They start to say, you have a reputation for being, right? And then once you have a reputation, you can exchange that stuff for compensation, and then that's where it's at. Locks are pretty tough to open without the right keys. I've discovered that. But if you know what to do, you just do it, it works. You